Card Geeks. It is I, Nomah, back with another riveting episode of Card Geeks just for you, here with my good friend Hoosier. And we're going to talk today about the 2024 Topps Heritage High number. It is coming out, and it's coming out soon. And we're going to give you all the deets. We're going to tell you why you should buy it, why you shouldn't buy it, why we're going to buy it, why we're not going to buy it. But first, let's get to our co host, Hoosier. How are you doing today, my friend?
What's up, Nomah? I am doing fantastic. I am super excited because Heritage is one of my favorite sets, and I was really worried that we weren't going to get this with the amazing rookie class of 2024. So I'm really excited to kind of dive into this and see what the pros and cons are, my friend.
Absolutely. Same here. And one of the many things you and I have in common is our love for Heritage. And I know that a lot of you card geeks out there love Heritage as well. Heritage is known to be a great collector set because of all of the different things you can get. There's all the base cards, there's the real one autographs, there's the game used relics in the Clubhouse collection. There's so many inserts. If you're trying to build this set, it's actually kind of difficult because you're going to have 25 high number cards that are short printed, one in every 3 packs. You're going to have all of these subsets to complete. If you are really trying to complete the set with all the action variations, it's going to be even harder. So it's a really fun set. I, for one, love getting cards signed. So I really love the card stock and the feel of Heritage because it's non-glossy. It really holds a Sharpie well. So there's a lot of reasons why I love this product, but those are just some of them. Tell me a little bit about why you love or dislike Heritage, and then we're going to dive right into all the details.
Definitely. I absolutely love Heritage. It is one of my favorite sets. I think one of the really alluring aspects of it is the throwback design. I absolutely love the throwback design. I'm a huge baseball history nerd. So I love the little fun facts that they include about that specific year. I also love the real one autographs, specifically the red inks that are numbered to that specific year. I think arguably those autographs are in like the top 5 of Topps products concerning autographs. I think those, not only do they hold value extremely well, but they're just absolutely beautiful, especially with the red ink. And I think that makes it really unique and really fun.
Yeah, and along the lines of those real one autographs that you mentioned, everybody keep your close eye out this year because it is the 1975 design, and those have the facsimile autographs on there. So very similar to 2020 Topps Heritage when we were doing the 1971 design. Because of those facsimile autographs, it's easy to miss it if you pull a real one because you're just going through and every card appears to have an autograph on it. You got to pay attention for that blue ink or for that red ink. You can miss it.
Yeah, absolutely. There's also going to be a missing autograph error card in this year's set as well. So if you pull a card, I think it'll also be easy to miss because you're just looking at facsimile autographs all day. And if there's one missing, that's going to be a super short printed, really, really valuable card.
Absolutely. So let's talk more about those super short prints. Let's talk about all the details of this set. I know you've been doing a ton of research. So tell us a little bit about the basics. What do we need to know about this set?
Yeah, so we have a scheduled release date of March 26th. That is tentative right now because of all the pushback and different issues that they've ran into with this set. But March 26th is going to be the day that we're looking that this drops. Like you mentioned before, we have the 1975 card design. I absolutely love it. I think it's super fun. It's very colorful. So the chromes, as you can see up on the screen of Jackson Holiday, those are really going to pop. So I'm really, really excited for this high number series. We have a 225 card base set. So a little bit smaller of a set. And of course, the focus is going to be pulling those high number short print rookie cards. And the rookie class is absolutely incredible. We have Yamamoto, Langford, Jackson Churio, Paul Skeens, Jackson Merrill, Jackson Holiday, just to mention a few. So I am really excited for this year's Heritage and excited to see the new additions that Topps made for this set.
Absolutely. And you mentioned that amazing rookie class. And one of the things that I always find a little challenging when they put out cards from last year and this year, this calendar year, is I've kind of calibrated myself now to, okay, well, now we're looking for Dylan Cruz, and now we're looking for James Wood, and now we're looking for Justin Henry Malloy. And these cards that we're pulling of the Yamamotos and Jason Dominguez is another one. And the Jackson 3 that you mentioned, all of those guys you mentioned, Paul Skeens, he have the sub 2 ERA as a rookie. Crazy. I'm now pulling their second year cards as we all are, and I'm kind of like, man,
Right.
you know, I pulled a Jason Dominguez relic the other day, and I got all excited for a second. Then I realized, well, it's a second year card. It's not as exciting as a rookie. So you guys have
Right.
to keep in mind when you're going through the 2024 Topps Heritage High Number, you're got to calibrate yourself back to last year's rookie class. And as you mentioned, that rookie class is just loaded, and there were rumors about this product not even coming out. But now that this product is coming out with that loaded rookie class that you mentioned, then they're going to have their base cards, they're going to have their chrome cards, they're going to have their action variants, they're going to have their real one autographs, their red autographs, their relics. It's nuts. And I, for one, am very excited about it. It's almost as if Fanatics knows how excited we are, because let's talk a little bit about that price point. We're kind of getting out of our customary heritage price point here.
Yeah, so this was taken as of yesterday from Steel City Collectibles. This is the pre-order price as of right now. We're looking at $119.95. We'll call it $120 for a hobby box without a guaranteed autograph.
Oof.
Now, like Heritage has never held long-term value as a sealed product, at least in the last few years. Because if we look at 2023 Heritage, which also has an amazing rookie class, you can pick up that hobby box for $50 right now. Heritage 2023 Heritage High Number. So I think that we're definitely seeing Fanatics capitalize on the hype. And it'll be interesting to see what Topps releases this price point at, because it usually seems that it's a little bit below the major
Right.
distributors like Steel City, Damon Adams, all those big distributing companies. But I'm assuming Topps is probably not going to be far below this. I'm going to throw a number out there and maybe say $100 on Topps website when it drops. But definitely, this is not optimal, especially as a collector's product.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And before you guys start blowing up our comment section with all of this talk about how the secondary market is gouging everybody, hey, you know, David Adams, Steel City, they've got to keep their lights on too. They can't sell it to us for the same cost they got it for, because then they don't make any profit and they can't keep their website up and they can't keep giving us cards. So I am a believer in the free market, and we need to not get too bent out of shape about that. The other thing is, if you don't want to pay those prices, don't pay them, because eventually they will come down.
Mm-hmm.
Another strategy that we wanted to talk with you guys about a little bit today is, if you can wait. My patron Sean, whom I interact with a ton via email and on the comments, he's a very active member of my channel's community. He talks a lot about just waiting, just wait. And I've been opening quite a bit of 22 and 23 Heritage High Number, because it's super affordable right now. I actually have a video coming up comparing the two. If you're going to spend $50 on one, which one do you want? And it's worth noting, I mean, you can, for the same prices of two 2024 Topps Heritage High Number, you could ostensibly get 5 boxes of 2023. So we as consumers do have a choice. And what
Right.
happens is the big distributors buy a ton of this and they mark it up and they sell it, but then it goes on sale and they're just trying to get it out the door. So just keep in mind, I know you and I will probably try to get a hold of at least a box to show the people what it is on our channels. But for the common collector, just keep in mind, if you're excited about this product but you don't want to pay the prices for it, more than likely 80 to 90% chance 6 months from now the price will be way lower. Now sometimes the price goes up just because there is so much hype around some of these rookies, but I suspect Heritage has always been more of a collector set than an investor set. I suspect that it's going to become more affordable the longer it's out. What are your thoughts on that?
No, I absolutely agree. And in 2023, when I went to the National, they were selling the big box distributors at their tables. They were selling 22 Heritage High number with, you had Bobby, you had Julio. At the time, Royce Lewis was also looking really promising. You had all these great rookies. And it was not that shortly after the 2022 season ended and they were selling 2022 Heritage High Number hobby boxes for $49 a box.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up picking like 4 or 5 and doing like the Topps Wrapper redemption. But like you said, I think that was a fantastic point that almost always you can expect Heritage sealed prices to drop. And I think that waiting is a great idea. I don't think that it's going to hurt. I definitely don't think that you're going to miss out on this at all. Don't let the FOMO get to you. And there's also going to be a retail product that's dropping as well. So if you don't want to spend $120 on a hobby box, the the value boxes should be $24.99 and the mega boxes should be $49.99 as well. So those are also some more affordable options for you. Now, I wanted to get your opinion on the additions that they made to this year's set, and maybe that could be a reason for them bumping the price up. We're going to be getting 5 guaranteed chrome parallels per hobby box. Now, they don't specify whether they're all going to be numbered. Heritage Chrome usually has very high numbering. The highest usually goes to $9.99.
Mm-hmm.
So just wanted to get your thoughts on the addition of all these chrome parallels to the hobby box.
Yeah, for sure. Well, again, free market being what it is, it costs more for them to produce a chromium product than a base product. The chrome process costs them money. So of course they're going to charge us more when they're giving us more chrome. I will say that my suspicion is that maybe 1 or 2 of them are going to be numbered because in the base set, I remember specifically pulling a Shohei Chrome that was not numbered and it looked beautiful. You
Mm-hmm.
mentioned that 1975 design with is so colorful and it really pops. I am not myself a huge fan of it, partly because to me, for me, it's a little gaudy. It's very 70s.
Right.
I prefer the more classic looking cards. And it's also, I don't love the facsimile autograph, I think in part because I like to get my cards signed. To my eye, a card with a facsimile auto and another auto, it doesn't look quite as good. But I
Mm.
will say that those chrome cards in the 1975 design look amazing. So my educated guess, and guys, are giving us just enough information for us to do this kind of what's that saying in the kingdom of the blind, the one-eyed man is king,
Yep.
right? So Hoosier and I have done a little bit of research. We know just enough to be dangerous here because they're not telling us all the information. We're not going to know everything until we dig in. But I think those chrome cards look really good. I think that to me, this is a topic for literally another episode. I'm not going to get into big digression, but to me, Topps has improved since Fanatics took it over overall. They had that 1 year of transition that was a little funky, but overall, I think that product has become more fun. It's become more collector centric and more collector friendly. So I'm excited to see what they do. Another thing that's on my mind because of my hometown team is
Yep.
I know that there's a whole Freddie Lynn subset going on here. So tell the people a little bit about that.
Yeah, so as we can see here, this is from the description page that we have so far. It says, giving a nod to his historic 1975 season in which he won both MVP and Rookie of the Year,
Woo!
which is absolutely insane. 2024 Heritage High number has the Fred Lynn files. Big moments from the Sox Stars season are highlighted here. So I want to get your thoughts as a huge Boston fan. What does this insert set mean to you, and what do you think it'll mean to other Red Sox collectors?
Absolutely. Well, I, like you, am a baseball historian, a fan of the game, a student of the game, the history of the game. So even though I was negative 2 years old when Freddie Lynn had his historic 1975 season, I am all about it. I think it's super cool and interesting. I'm wanting to get those cards and see those cards. I also noticed on the preview site that there's a Jim Rice Clubhouse Collection auto that's displayed, and that's one of the things I love about Heritage is that they are going to have other stars of yore, not just Freddie Lynn. For me, I didn't. I wasn't super aware of Fred Lynn growing up because he did have a very long, I think he had a 15-year career, 15-year plus. So he was around, but he had moved on to the Orioles and he was
Okay.
on other teams. So when I was little, he was on the teams, but I remember more the 84, 85, 86 guys. I remember when Roger was a rookie. I remember when Jim Rice was terrorizing American League pitchers. I remember the Dewey Evans and the Tony Armas and the Marty Barrett and those guys. Getty, of course, Rich Kedman. But I mean, just as a fan of the Red Sox and the history of the Red Sox and the history of the game, I think it's super cool. Obviously, 1975 was a big year for the history of the Old Town team, as we call them in
Yeah.
Boston, and I think it's super cool. So I'm looking forward to it. Is that the thing you're most excited about, or is there something else about this set that you're really getting excited to dig into it?
I really think, well, I want to digress just really quick on something that you said. How, you weren't around yet for Fred Lynn. But I think that it's so cool that Topps includes these kinds of little inserts, and details and things like that, because there's a lot of younger collectors that rip Heritage as well.
Mhm.
And when they start getting into it, they're going to be like, oh, hey, who's Fred Lynn? Let me Google this guy. And I think that it just shows all of the love that goes into this set, because it's very much a collector's set, as we have said before. And one of the great things about it is just the history. And that might be me just nerding out a little bit over it. But there's guys that I pull and I'm like, hey, I've never heard of him before. Let me go look him up. And it's like, oh wow, he had a really great career. So that's a really fun aspect for me. Ultimately, I think what I'm most excited for is probably going to be retail.
Mhm.
Now, I have opened quite a bit of retail Heritage on my channel as well as hobby. And one of my favorite things are the hot boxes with the purple chromes. I think that when you first see something in there and you realize that you've got a hot box, to me, that's one of the best experiences in opening baseball cards. It's just super fun. It adds a really cool chase to it. Um, so we don't know if hot boxes are going to be confirmed this year or not. They never really mention it. It kind of just makes its way onto the internet when collectors start pulling it. So I'm interested to see how that works. And they also noted that each value box will guarantee one chrome base or parallel, one base aqua. So I'm interested to see what that looks like, and three value box exclusive base green. So, as someone who loves to rip retail, I love when they add exclusive parallels to retail. As of last year, they were doing the blue sparkle chromes at places like Walmart in the mega boxes, and they were doing the matte red borders at Target. So I think all of those little aspects of retail are really fun. So that's probably what I'm looking forward to most.
Absolutely. Yeah, so since you said the word retail, this is a great time for me to remind everyone to please like the video because it really helps us out. If you're watching on my channel, please subscribe. If you're watching on Hoosier's channel, please subscribe. And when the video is over, please jump over to the other one's channel and subscribe because if you like one of us, you're probably going to like both of us. We like each other. It's why we have the show together. But we really appreciate you guys' support. So, talking about retail a little more, I just wanted to mention briefly that with the base of this, the 2024 Heritage, I pulled a Trey Turner on card auto out
Oh
of
wow.
a blaster that I got for $20 at Bay State Sports Cards in Framingham, Massachusetts, represent. And that was an awesome pull. And they just, again, if you're patient and you wait, even the retail stuff is going to go down. I mean, it won't go down at Target or Walmart, but it'll go down at the hobby shops and the big distributors. My cousin Calvin pulled a Bobby Witt Jr. on card auto
Wow.
in 2022, rookie. And that was kind of funny because he's young, and so he's going through and he shows my cousin Chris, his dad. He goes, "Hey, Dad, is this a special card?" Cousin Chris is like, "Whoa, let
Yeah.
me have that there, buddy, and
Yeah.
we'll put that aside." So you can find good hits in retail, and as you mentioned, if you guys are, some of you are returning the hobby, if you're new to this product to Heritage, you are going to get a guaranteed hit in the hobby box, but it's going to be 1 out of 3 boxes in auto.
Mm-hmm.
They're all on card, which is awesome. 2 out of 3 are going to get relics. Now, with this loaded rookie class, those game used relics are pretty awesome for those rookies, but it's an interesting product. It's an interesting gamble. The autographs do tend to hold their value,
Definitely.
but, and we can do a whole other episode on whether sports card ripping is gambling or not, because that word came out of my mouth. But what I mean by that is when you buy a Topps jumbo box, you're going to get an auto.
Mm-hmm.
When you buy a hobby heritage box, you don't know. If you buy a case, you're going to get 4 autos. There's 12
Right.
boxes in a case. It's 1 every 3 boxes. That's just how it goes. But I'm just curious, knowing your love for retail and knowing that the hobby product has a high price point, you're not guaranteed an auto. What is going on in the beautiful mind of Hoosier right now? What is your personal strategy as a collector to this product?
Yeah, definitely. I think that, like you said before, as a content creator, I'm definitely going to at least pick up one hobby box early on. I refuse to pay over $120. That hurts just to say heritage and over $100 in the same
Ugh.
sentence. But I will probably try to get a pre-order from Topps if they do go on sale. If not, I'll stop into the Baseball Card Exchange in Cherville, Indiana, which is my favorite baseball card shop. And I'll pick up a box and rip that for the channel. But my strategy as a collector is going to be opening retail. I think that you made a great point when you said the comparison of a hobby box where you're not guaranteed an autograph. If you buy $120 worth of retail product, you could very much get the value or above the value of a hobby box because you're opening different formats. There's different odds and different things like that. So I think that from my experience, opening a few mega boxes and blaster boxes at the same time usually yields a pretty solid result.
I think that's a great strategy. And for me, as of right now, my budget for this product is going to be right around $500, which is
Mm-hmm.
pretty high. I'm very fortunate and grateful that I can think that way. But Heritage is also my favorite product of the year.
Yeah.
So I definitely allocate a lot of my collecting dollars more for this product than for many others. So if I were more patient and I did not have a YouTube channel in which I try to bring the latest and greatest content to my peeps, I might just wait 6 months or a year and buy a case for $500 because
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
probably going to happen. Maybe not. Maybe it'll be 6 or 7 because of the great rookie class. There will be more demand for this, but that would be the smart thing to do and the more patient thing to do. The challenge for me is that I'm actually going to be in Canada when this product drops. If it's dropping on March 26th, I'm going to be in Canada doing some recording with City and Color. And you
Okay.
guys know who watch my channel and follow that I'm a musician and I get the opportunity to do that. Their guitarist is my guitar teacher and a pal, and that's going to be super fun. It's going to be City and Color minus City and Color, if that makes sense. Dallas is not involved, but all the other guys. So I'm super excited for that. They're Canadian. Check out City and Color if you guys don't know.
Real quick.
Awesome.
Is one of their songs called The Girl?
Yes,
I absolutely love that song. That's
that is.
an amazing song.
Yeah, they're the best, and
Yeah.
their most recent album is just absolutely
I'll definitely
chef's
have to check
kiss.
it out. Yeah.
So I'm so excited about that, just as a complete sidebar. However, when I have been in Canada previously trying to find cards, well, there's a delay. For those who live in
Yep.
Canada, they already know this. There's a delay. It takes longer for the cards to show up there. And this just occurred to me. I avoid politics on my show, and we'll avoid it on this show, but I don't know. Are tariffs going to affect the prices and the ability of our Canadian friends to get cards this year? I don't know. That's a topic for another time.
Yeah.
But here's what I am going to do. We'll be in Portland, Oregon shortly after we're in Vancouver, BC. And so what I need to do is I need to start dialing and going, hey, if I pay you now, would you please hold on to this for me and get down there on, I think it's going to be the 28th or 29th,
Okay.
and go do that. And just as a tangent for you guys, when you're on the road and you know a product's about to drop, so you don't want to pre-order because you're not going to be home for it. If you call a hobby shop and you say, I'll pay for it now, a lot of the times they will do that and just hold that product for you. And at the shop in Virginia, where they have the blowout cards actual store, which is the fantastic shop, they will also do that for you. Just for those of you that live in Metro DC area, you should just be aware of that. So I will probably do that because I'm going to want to do a road rip. I'm going to be so excited to see this product, but also I'm going to want
Yeah.
Nomah Nation to see me open it. Uh, but I mean, maybe hitting up Target. I actually saw in Walmart, I've gotten Allen and Ginter on release day before.
Yeah.
I've gotten Archives on release day before. So if you can find a really good retail shop where the store manager, by the way, another tangent, it's the store manager of every Walmart and Target who decides how much product they have. I have figured that out. So if you have one where you know that their store manager prioritizes it, you might be able to get there when the product drops. So long way of answering your question. The short way to answer it is I'm going to just do what I can to get a hold of it while I'm on the road. I'll probably pre-order a box so it's here when I get home,
Hmm.
just in case. But I'm super excited for this product. I definitely, being a content creator, I'm definitely more eager to get stuff on release day. I didn't used to really get
Definitely.
so jammed up about that, but I know you guys want to see it, and it does get clicks and it does get subs and it does expose our channels to new people. So I think I'm going to try to take a bit of a balanced approach where I'll probably pre-order a box, try to find a box at a hobby shop, see if I can find some retail, and then probably hold a couple $100 back for when the prices start to go down. That's probably how I'll do it.
Yeah, I think that's a great strategy for sure. And I think that's probably how a lot of our viewers are going to approach this as well. I think that waiting, like we talked about, is a great way to guarantee you're getting the best price of this product. And like I said, never let the fear of missing out get to you. Um, there's always going to be opportunities, and usually good things do come to those who wait. So I'm really excited to hear your guys' thoughts. Definitely leave comments down below. Let us know what you think, whether you love it, whether you hate it, what your strategies are going to be. We're always open to interacting, and we love the hobby community, and we love and appreciate you guys because this show exists because of you. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. And a little quick bit of housekeeping, by the way. A few people have been asking in the comment section of my channel, is this going to be a regular thing? Yes. Our intention is for this to be a regular weekly show. My thought is to have it drop every Monday about midday. Hoosier, you and I need to talk about that some more.
yeah,
I
yeah,
realized yesterday that that would be kind of an optimal time.
hmm,
People are in their Monday, they're on their lunch break, they're wanting a little card love. We want to be there for you guys. Now, because of my aforementioned travel coming up, we might miss a week or two here coming up, but we this is going to be our second episode. We already have another episode in the can ready to go. So we're going to be bringing you guys this content every week, and we hope you enjoy it. Eventually, of course, we'll start a Card Geeks channel, but for now, we're just broadcasting it on each of our channels. So we really appreciate you guys tuning in. The last little thing I want to throw out there, as you mentioned, being patient, waiting versus jumping on it. as a Zen aficionado myself, I try to practice in my life the middle way. So if we can be so bold, we might suggest to you guys, maybe you pay the high price to grab it when it first comes out. Your inner child's happy, you get the endorphin rush, you get the dopamine, yay, we got a new product. And then you hold half your card collecting budget for when it goes down in price, because we can't make any guarantees here on Card Geeks, but because we're Card Geeks, we kind of know this stuff. Probably it's going to go down. So,
Yep.
guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, feel free to get in touch with us, leave comments, make sure to like and subscribe. We're so grateful for all of you, for this amazing community that we have together. Hoosier, as always, I know how busy you are. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to do this show with me. And we just can't wait for this product. We can't wait to hear what you guys pull. Let us know in the comments what you think, what you're planning on. And we will see you next time. In the meantime, keep
Keep
on
on
ripping.
ripping.
Thanks for watching, everybody.